One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 11 saw Garou take on this whole horde of Class A heroes led by the intense Death Gatling, and Saitama struggles to beat King at video games. Kind of a mismatch A and B plot there. But was it a good episode? Was it a bad episode? Let's talk about that right now. Okay, I think let's start with the good first. If you're a fan of Garou, this is probably an episode you've been waiting for a while. It showed the villain systematically dismantle the Class A heroes in a really smart and intelligent way, which is always just a joy to watch. I think previous episodes have leaned kind of too heavily on the broad, Garou just kind of won this fight because he's strong type of mentality, but this episode did show Garou use some tactical thinking in order to dispatch the heroes surrounding him, which is just always great. You know, I'm just always down for someone using a person as a human meat shield to stop an attack of incoming arrows from the sky. I always think that looks cool. Another moment that worked well is the quick flash of Glasses' backstory. If you don't know Glasses, he's the one wearing glasses. That's his superhero name. It's just Glasses. He picked a part of his body, and he chose that as his hero name. Last episode, he just looked like an ordinary guy in a green jumpsuit, just kind of hanging out in the background. And guess what? He is just an ordinary guy in a green jumpsuit. But this episode briefly showed Glasses as having been inspired by Saitama to become stronger and keep moving forward. So he's been training himself every day to become a hero. So he's really just like Saitama, just when he had hair and was just starting out. It's a really inspiring story, and too bad Garou still turned his face into a Picasso painting, though. Finally, Saitama's story this week seems a little frustrating, but I'm hoping it pays off in the finale. Saitama can't beat King at video games, and it's because Saitama only uses one basic move no matter what. He just button smashes again and again and again. Of course, the strongest being in the universe would think that way, because he's never had to think about strategy or tactics anymore. But hopefully this leads to Saitama testing out some new moves and actually thinking about how he fights. But knowing the show, I'm not holding my breath about Saitama learning anything important. Now, what didn't work in this episode? Well, as much as I liked the fight against Garou, it still ended with Death Gatling unloading all his ammo on Garou, and Garou basically just shrugging it off with a resounding meh. Just because he's a master of martial arts shouldn't make him bulletproof. It doesn't work like that. Or, I don't know, maybe it does. I don't know martial arts. And I feel the show doesn't know how to properly tie in the Monster Association arc with Garou's storyline, as episodes either go full tilt on monsters or completely focus on Garou. I get it that Garou is a man who wants to be a monster and claims to be a monster, but there's just still not a lot of cohesion in the two arcs, and that's kind of the case with all these monsters constantly asking Garou to join the Monster Association and Garou saying no. Hopefully this leads to kind of a resolution where if he's beaten by Silver Fang and he feels like there's no choice but to become this horrifying monster, then maybe that's an interesting way to go. But as of now, the storylines being so separated just doesn't work for me. Because I hope this is resolved more next week, but the Monster Association arc seems to be on hold once again, as the cliffhanger is Silver Fang finally catching up to Garou and promising an epic showdown between former mentor and his pupil. We'll see how it goes, because I think next week's the finale, but even that I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. So they need to wrap all this up. So overall, I'd say this was a slightly above average wheel spinning episode. What about you? What were your favorite moments from the episode? Are you liking this season of One Punch Man? I'm torn on it myself, and I can't decide if I like it or not, but would love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching. You've been watching this on Nerd Blaze. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll be back next week.